John.
Yes.
Sliders. Did you have a second set of sliders by any chance?
Evotech Performance, built in Lincolnshire.
Evotech Performance. And what was the snag with that? Can we remember? It was a long time ago, wasn't it?
The snag was, it was a bloody Ducati, and we had to take the whole fairing off.
That's right. To be fair, that was the first time we took it off, and we didn't actually. There was one snag with that rubber bung.
There was. It wasn't too bad at all, actually.
No, and if we had to do it again, it would be straightforward, I think, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
So if people wanted to take their fairing off, they could watch our video, couldn't they?
They could.
Link above. Once the fairing was off, they were quite straightforward. Anyway, this is how. Well, I think so. I can't remember. It was a long time ago, but I like to give things a chance to find out whether they, they've worked out okay. As far as we know, they've been okay, haven't they?
Oh, it's been very good. I mean, I've not dropped anything yet.
No.
But they do look very robust. They do look like they do the job.
It's the main thing. Okay, let's see how that went. Good morning, Codger Biker here, and we've got glorious sunshine. It's amazing. And today, well, more bungs. So good morning, John. It's that thing again. So what is it today?
Good morning, Codger.
What are we doing
Today, having got on the Ducati bike crash bungs, we're putting on Evotech Performance crash bungs, which go a little bit harder.
I said a minute ago, 2 bungs are not enough.
Too indeed. So that's what we're going to do today.
Bungs?
Some people call them sliders, some call them crash bungs. I tend to call them crash bungs.
We won't need to put the fairing back on ever, will we? Because we've got that many.
And we're going to
protection on it.
We're going to do that last thing.
Oh God!
Everything's going to be done.
Because we really enjoyed taking that off.
It's going to be a pain in the
especially as you've lost all the bolts, no doubt.
No, they're all together.
That'll be the first time. We've got a box, and we've got more to the point. What have you done with this? What have you done? You've ruined the reputation of the channel with this. What is it?
Do you remember what's his name? Bob Dylan. We could do a song,
Yeah. The guys who at the government, to do with them. Don't worry, I'll just. So what kind of knife is that?
It's a cleaver. Put your hand down and I'll show you what it does.
The accent cleaver. Ooh. Oh look. It's funny stuff, that, isn't it?
It is.
Some sort of, is it brown paper that's been perforated?
I presume it's. I mean, it's obviously a very green alternative if it's brown.
Look in the box. We've got lumps of metal, engine mount bolts, covers. There's the bungs themselves. Now there already are bungs on it, so be it John, he's going bung crazy. Now the instructions for Evotech, I have to say, are not the best. I know why they do it. They put pictures so they don't have to do translations, but they're not easy to follow. For the first time ever, we've got tools before we start. Look at that. Oh, torque wrenches, sockets. You're almost prepared.
Almost.
There's bound to be something not here. Okay, we've already removed the fairing, so if you want to see that, look at the previous video. But job number 1 is to unclip this cover off here, and there's a single bolt in the bottom to take out. Yeah, it is, definitely. And then you put that grommet and that, whatever they call it, top hat, into that hole. I'm pretty sure of it.
That was loose, that one. Yeah. There we go. In.
Right, so you've got the grommet in.
Grommet's in.
Top hat on the outside. Top hat on the outside. Gonna be right. Next, remove that bung.
Remove this bung.
Bung out.
Bung out.
Does that go back on?
No, I suspect not, because I suspect that's where you put the screws.
Yeah. Okay. It's easy to pull back. Came out easily enough. Clipping that back on. Do you think we'll have to take it off again?
Probably.
Just curious as to why that's there. It didn't tell you why. Anything. I think they explain it. Maybe we will figure it out as we go along. Bung out. Oh, we are following the instructions, John. You actually are following, aren't you? You're on number 21. Put the plastic back. going on. So for some bizarre reason, we've replaced the same piece of plastic with a spacer, a top hat, and a grommet, and a smaller bolt.
Looks nice.
We've no idea why.
And that's all back. Okay.
But it was fine as it was. Look, there's the connection of the two pipes.
Yeah.
So something there.
Shit, it's right in here, isn't it?
What is it?
Is that where it goes?
Something goes there. Is it an engine bolt or something?
Yeah, I think it might be an engine bolt.
So John, let's just go over what we're doing next. So our lovely viewer, wherever she is. So we've got to remove an engine bolt from in there.
Yeah.
Replace it with that spacer E. Fit that on top of the spacer and then put the bolt through the 3. Yeah?
So that's at some point it's going to have to go in there.
Yeah, but not yet.
Yeah, no, but it's just...
Let's have a look. Of course, the Jubilee clip's just in the way of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 14. I'm a genius.
You ready?
Yep, go. It's gone. Anyway, you said you wanted to put the engine in upside down. You've got it. He's got it. Whoa, it's a serious bolt, isn't it? Presumably, that goes through there, that goes through there, and that goes into the bike itself. Looks very nice, but we don't want to scratch it. So, your first bit to go in is that way, wasn't it? Into that. I'll get it in without breaking anything. It's gone in. It goes in quite a long way. Hey, look at that.
I'm glad you
Gone
remembered.
right in.
I'm glad you remembered that. Because I really forgot.
No, check it.
No, you're right.
You know,
Sorry?
love an argument. Yeah. I mean, it definitely shows the picture with it not being there. So, I think if you can get that plastic back in now after this stage, it'll probably be all right. So definitely easier to do with plastic out of the way, isn't it? I thought it was just for positioning purposes.
Yes, I did.
Why does it need
We thought it
grease
was
on
slip in and slip out because it says to put grease in.
I'd get that plastic in before you do any more.
No, I'm going to put this...
We put the plastic in.
No.
Well, you can move it. That'll stop it from moving.
Could you put that... Hang on.
He's about to have a revelation.
I am about to have a revolution.
You replace it with that? No?
Yeah. Not the plastic bit. Fucking hell.
That's why I had the grommet and the thing in it. But it's not obvious, is it?
It was
That
obvious.
picture looks like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I
it?
agree. I agree.
Right, so we replaced that piece of plastic with that piece of metal.
Look, that fits now.
Yeah, no.
Perfectly.
Yeah, so step 21 is you change from the plastic to the piece of metal. We didn't realise that.
Does it? Yeah, it doesn't say that. You know, you
It shows you fitting it back in. No, it looks exactly the same as the other one. But that would never fit with that piece of plastic poking out, would it?
Right, that now fits fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
And it'll be it's a different bolt. Have you got the bolt? Yellow?
Is it yellow?
Yeah. Because it wasn't what the other one was. 4mm, I think that is. Maybe 3, don't know. Who knows? Alright, so it does fit if you put the right piece in. Who knew? See, we make these mistakes so other people don't have to. Right, bolt N is going in, 26. So what have you put on that? Lithium grease.
Lithium grease. Well,
What is it?
it's CV grease, but that's
CV grease.
which is the.
Is that what they recommend?
What's it called?
Not
Lithium-
Loctite.
What's the other thing? There's another. Is it molybdenum?
There's molybdenum disulfide.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I know that from my gun days, because that's what I used to use on my guns. Just enough. That's why sometimes it's useful to have another idiot around.
Oh, it's taking.
Got to pull that out.
You've got to take the bolt out, the engine bolt, which is in here. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair enough. Yeah.
Pull
Then-
it out.
Yeah. Then what do we do?
then presumably Spacer F.
Spacer F, which is
Spacer F is the one with only one line on it.
okay, one line.
Yeah, one line. And is that another M14 mil?
Yeah.
So that's right on the end of the frame, isn't it?
Ready? Yeah.
It's gone. So these are. I'm quite impressed they're not getting stuck. Those engine bolts, they are coming out. That's quite a short one, isn't it? Oh, can we just see that for the television? So the bung's in. Yeah, and then the arm goes over the bung because it's got a bung on it, hasn't it? Grease on them. Well, we haven't tightened anything up, have we? But
No.
the engine could fall out.
Yeah.
If they're not long enough. They're greased, aren't they? They've come out.
Yeah.
Grease on them. So
I think it's because of the
Looks the
torque.
same.
Without it,
Yeah.
your torque is indeterminate, really.
yeah, that looks right. 10 mil Allen key. I'm going to have a hell of a job editing this because I've got to edit it like we know what we're doing.
No, there's no other things in there. Is it? Oh, that seems to be about right now.
No, it looks good to me, that. It's going over it. We've Loctited the replacement metal. What do you call that? Cover.
Protection cover, I don't know.
We've replaced 2 engine bolts, and we're now going to torque it all up so that this side is done, apart from adding the bung at the end. Probably put the bung in after the fairing, wouldn't you? That's it. Done. Torqued up. 3.
It's that.
Why is there 3 bolts?
Well, we've still got to put.
No, why is there 3 of them?
Because presumably
They're
on
the
this
bung
side
bolts.
we've got a long
Yeah.
one and a short one.
Okay.
But that then goes in like that.
Yeah, so that we can just do that later.
Yeah.
Could even do that after the fairing, couldn't we?
See, it says max pin.
Yeah. This time we realise we replaced the. Do you have to put a grommet in it?
I presume so.
Undo 3 bolts. The water bottle cover. 1, 2, 3. 3 bolts in the water bottle cover, which is 5 mil, isn't it? That your T bars are 5 mil. I bet.
Oh, they're loose.
Yeah, son's got a BMW. It's a
I remember he's
R1150 RS, I think it was.
he's been up here before.
Yeah. So there's a replacement piece for this, which is quite obvious because it says min and max, as John just said. So that'll go on there, won't it? But we've got 2 grommets and 2 top hats to put in there.
Have I got enough fluid?
That one's a H. Yeah, look, N.
Yeah.
Great big engine
So-
bolt.
so
So
if
they,
you go right to
they've
the
made a
front-
mistake.
If you go right to the front, what does
Yeah.
it call them there?
Well, it'll be whatever they are. M5.
I was just wondering whether
So
they're an M or something.
Yeah, it will be, won't they? It'll be an M5 by 16 button head, which is an M. So we've thread locked them as well, haven't we?
Thread locked them.
Yeah, we're like professionals. And you notice how the Allen key changed from blue to a yellow?
Instantaneously.
But that one will be a blue, won't it?
Right, there we go.
So that's a different size to the 2 they
It is,
gave you.
yeah. Actually, it looks okay, doesn't it? Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Now there's an engine bolt, there's an engine bolt. Got to get that video if it falls over though. Got it, it's not going anywhere. Done?
Yep.
Honestly, but in public, get arrested for that. Okay. Spacer in the hole, and 20 rotations only. So you need to count to. You're counting.
I haven't got it started. Right, there we go.
I mean, you'd have to be specific.
One.
Presumably, like you say, so you can move it a little bit if necessary.
3, 4.
You can pull the abs stand over the foot. You've got to be careful.
You ready?
Yeah. It's done. Yeah, it's been undone since soon. I thought I'd just sooner replace the plastic. They are handy if you want to put things like spotlights and that on. Okay, yeah, hang on, you've got to go through the bracket.
Good point.
I missed the bracket.
I'm glad you remembered that.
Yeah, I'm just checking. Yeah. And this one, we fully tighten. N. Fully tighten, caution. And then you do the other one, the lower one. So, we're nearly done. Is it?
See that?
No, that's okay. Forget it. No, it's just me being up there. Okay, that'll do. So, 90 torques on the top one. 90 torques.
Well,
This is going so well. Yeah, without the all coming undone.
I think so.
We should.
See that?
And breathe. Oh look, okay, the finishing touch, the pièce de résistance, double bunger.
Here we go. So, Ducati ones go on. I'm greasing them because I think that's the best thing to do. So I can get them off again later. I mean, to be honest, I've just fitted the Evotech ones if...
The clearance on the fairing, it's not touching, it's clearing.
It's actually well done, isn't it?
They actually match as well, don't they, more or less?
Ducati. Sorry, the Triumph. Black bungs?
Yeah, red bungs, both sides.
Bung, bung, bung.
So, that was a quick piece of work, wasn't it? What was the hardest bit of those bungs?
The hardest bit was that screw.
No, it wasn't. It was the bloody fairing all on
That's
and
what I
off. Yeah, all,
mean,
yeah, but the
that
entire
fairing.
process.
Oh yeah. But of all of that, the fairing.
Because you have to take the fairing off for these ones, but you don't for those ones. Is that right? Could you put those ones on without taking the fairing?
Yes. Good.
So if you don't want to take the fairing off, go with the
Ducati.
Ducati.
Yeah.
If you're happy to take the fairing off, Evotech, what are they called? Evotech Performance. On that note, two knackered old gits.
All right.
Got your biker is out.
We're
Go for a ride now.
Going riding.
Yeah, if I don't fall asleep. So, that was the, what they called again?
What, Evotech sliders?
Evotech Performance,
Yeah.
crash bungs,
Built in
stroke,
Lincolnshire.
sliders, stroke, made in Lincolnshire from the finest of materials. And they get Dr. John's vote, which I'll tell you what, is pretty difficult in this world. And on that, Codge Biker is
Out!
and about.